Well, welcome to another episode of The Kitchen Table. This is very exciting this evening, a great venue. Camille, what's happening tonight?
Well, Lorraine's in my sculpted tone class, right, Lorraine?
Exactly.
And I said to her, wouldn't you like to be on kitchen table? And she finally said she would. So Lorraine, tell us what you're gonna do.
Okay, well, I'm making a basic pasta dough. Raviolis, which I'll be demonstrating, tortellinis, and cappellettis. Now, the cappellettis are tiny little caps. That's what they're going to look like. Raviolis, everyone knows what they look like. And the tortellinis are sort of a triangle that's wrapped around your finger. And they're all very delicate. Cappellettis are traditionally used in soup.
Oh,
Best cooking school, really, when I was growing up. So we have 3 eggs, and that will go in the well. And then we have a dash of salt,
No,
which I
Lorraine?
just don't measure anything.
What,
that's
no,
good.
and this is the way, probably
This is the
from
way
the
I
heritage
learned.
you learned.
Yeah, from my grandparents, and then as well as my mom, and then in Italy they did the same thing. It really was no difference. And of course, a tablespoon of olive oil. And so you just, I don't measure.
it's the fanciest olive oil container
Isn't that
I've ever
fun?
seen, yes.
Okay, so now what you're gonna do is just beat the eggs inside
Uh-huh.
and incorporate, slowly you're gonna incorporate the flour. So, the
And
trick, yeah.
Approximately, I'm sorry, how many servings out of, say, 3 eggs in this?
Well, for tortellinis, we'll get about 60, cappellettis the same, and then raviolis 48. So,
Out of just one,
yeah, out of 2 cups of flour and 3 eggs. Can you imagine? It's
That's-
amazing. In my class, when I taught it here at the Reading Rec, everybody was amazed that they went home with a meal for their family, a 4. So, yeah.
so then this is how you do it.
Yeah, just a little bit of time.
You know how to do this,
is what
don't you,
we
Jean?
did. We've done that, yeah.
Yeah. So you're just gonna incorporate it slowly. I already have pasta dough made in the refrigerator, so because this does take time, and there is a knack to it. And also, what happens is, everything changes with the humidity, the temperature, your egg temperature. Sometimes it could be really sticky, sometimes it could be really dry. So you're sort of working really slowly to see how much flour you actually need before you start the kneading process.
And I noticed you're using a serving fork. You like that?
I do. Something, just out of your kitchen. You don't have to buy anything special. Okay, so here we go. It's starting to come together.
I always thought pasta dough was very difficult to make.
Yeah.
Do you think it's difficult?
Well, it's definitely, there's a knack to it.
It's kind of like pie crust.
Yeah.
Pie crust is the same way.
Okay, so
very
now
good.
we're getting to the point where I can probably put my hands in it. And I'm using just a pastry spatula here.
Aren't those wonderful?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
And now I can see how sticky this is already. I'm gonna get my fingers in a minute. I don't really wanna get goo all over me. If I needed more flour, I would put some more in, sprinkle a little bit in, but I don't think so right now.
Looks good.
Yeah, looks pretty good. You can never overeat.
Unlike pie crust, you can do 2 or more.
Yeah, we're sort of talking about the gluten activating at this point, and I'll show you what it looks like in between, but then I'll get the pasta that I already made.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, so see, this isn't quite ready. I would say it probably needs another 5 minutes
Of kneading?
of kneading
Now, why do you say that?
because of the holes,
Okay.
the air pockets. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm not gonna use a traditional rolling pin. I'm gonna
Okay.
use this electric mixer. And the reason why I do that is because of the time involved with the rolling pin. And So I'll demonstrate how we start off with.
And this is an attachment that comes, you can get for the KitchenAid.
Yes, you can buy this attachment right here.
Uh-huh.
There are 3 different attachments, 3 different kinds. This is really just the kneading process now. We're gonna roll the dough. And it should, at the end, be 3 times as long and then as wide as this roller.
Okay, you just sold me. I am definitely going to purchase one of those.
Yeah, isn't this
Well,
great?
This is amazing.
That is fabulous.
So, okay, so here's, we actually have quite a ways to go. We start with notch number 1, and then for raviolis, we're gonna go to notch number 5. For tortellinis and the cappellettis, we're gonna go to notch number 6. So as I said, it'll be 3 times as long and,
So,
As wide.
what are you doing? What's
I'm
this?
changing the notch of
Yeah.
the rollers, and the rollers are getting smaller.
Oh, so it gets
And
thinner.
so the pasta will get thinner and longer.
Okay.
And then we'll go to 5.
Now, Marie, can you do that also with the manual?
Yes, actually, thank you, Jean. I have a manual machine right here, and actually with my grandparents and my mom, we would always use the manual. We never had anything.
No, it wasn't with the electric.
Yeah, this was really nice to have electric.
I can remember my dad, when he would make his pasta, he had a way of rolling it and to get it fine like
Look at how
Lorraine just
paper
done.
thin that is.
They would snap it on the rolling pin, so it would become thinner.
That
That's
looks-
great.
That looks
Okay,
like
so
one
here's
of
our
the
first sheet.
bands from a exercise class.
So now the dough, you've quartered it, am I correct?
Yes, yes.
So 1/4 makes that one you just put down?
Yes, yes, so now we go back to notch number 1. I know it's a lot of noise, but so much easier than the rolling pin. What I'm gonna do, and just, at least we can start off with something so people can see. You can get, this is like a ravioli maker, and when I was growing up, my grandfather would just, basically he would just take strip, and then, actually we have to make the ricotta filling.
Okay.
That's next. And, let's see, just want to make this even. And then just fill it with ricotta, and then you make your own raviolis. It's a freestyle. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our pasta, we're gonna layer it, we're gonna lay it on to the ravioli maker, like this. We're gonna put this on the top to make the portion where the ricotta filling will go. And then, once the ricotta filling is in, we'll layer this over again. So we'll have actually, is that 12? Yeah, is that 12 or 10? 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 6. Okay, so 12. So let's go over and actually start our ricotta filling.
Let's see this.
I'm gonna use 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. I have parsley that I've already sort of chopped. And I'm gonna do the rest here. And that's just a handful. I usually just eyeball it. I usually use a handful. If I can cover this, then I know I have enough parsley. Some people like mozzarella to add. I don't think I'm gonna do that right now, but you can do that. Some people use meat as filling.
So what is this
This
considered?
is
Just
gonna
a
be just the
cheese?
cheese, just the ricotta filling. So we're gonna go with 2 cups of ricotta to start.
Now, you can't substitute
You-
cottage cheese, can you?
No, I would not.
I do that by lasagna, just
No, but you
wondered.
could do skim, a low
Uh-huh.
fat, ricotta. And then, so.
Somewhere they found that.
Someone was
Did I
gonna
say
be-
half a cup of Parmesan cheese?
That's what you told
Oh,
us.
good.
That's what you said.
That's what we got. Okay. possible. We'll just do a few of that and then I'll show you what it's gonna look like, because I have something in the refrigerator already.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just mix this all up?
Yeah, you just mix it all up.
Okay.
So we're gonna sprinkle some of that on,
Mhm.
and I would use all of this,
Right.
actually, myself.
Yeah.
And then, pepper, I love fresh ground black pepper. I like a lot of it. So,
It's good
there
for
we
you,
go.
isn't
And the salt.
Oh, we just
I know I
moved
had
it,
it.
right there, right there.
Thank you. And then just a little bit of salt, probably about a teaspoon. All right, and then I have this.
Okay.
Just gonna mix it all up. And so this will be our stuffing. And the same stuffing will work in the raviolis,
Right.
the cappellettis, and the tortellinis. And then if you want to extend this a little, like say, I have a lot of dough, and I don't have enough ricotta. I'm not gonna run to the store. I would add egg whites to this, like
Oh,
one.
really?
Yeah, one egg, one whole egg, or just egg whites. Okay, so there we go. There we go, thank you. All right, so we've made our impression pen, and we're gonna do teaspoon in each.
This mold is fabulous.
Do you have one of these?
No, I don't, because I'm gonna go get one. Two things I'm purchasing
Okay.
through this show, because I was the one who was in charge. When we all had various jobs, when we were making, like Lorraine just mentioned, years ago, they didn't use this, they would just cut, and then you'd have to secure the ends,
Oh, yeah.
and boy, if
Were
you
you,
didn't
was
secure
that your
it.
job?
Yes, and you put it in boiling water and they weren't tight
Oh,
enough.
you lost your
You lost your
filling.
filling.
So where did you find all these utensils?
I got this at Williams Sonoma, and I wanna say it might have cost $20, but again, it was probably 6 years ago, so I don't really remember.
So did your students, when they took your class, did they have things like this?
No, I showed them how to do freeform, and then they could purchase, I told them where to go. if
But
they
I
wanted to
think it's
purchase
great
it.
to teach them freeform,
Yeah.
because not everyone has space, number one, in the kitchen,
Mhm.
or they are into gadgets, they probably want to do hands-on.
Okay. So, I just need some water.
Okay.
Just gotta wash something real quick.
That's probably to get the other piece to adhere,
And then,
to
it's-
stick.
and then,
Right to it, yeah.
what would you like me to do?
Just need water.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're gonna do here is, so it'll stick when the next layer of pasta will go on, you're just gonna wet the edge all the way around.
It's a nice little brush.
And then in the middle, and then in between each one.
Boy, your sauce smells so
Good.
good.
And then we're just gonna layer the top over.
Now
And you know the rolling pin that you were talking
Yeah.
about, I forgot my big one, so I just have
Oh,
this
well, I
little-
think we
you know?
might, let's see.
Okay. If not, we could I'll just show you. This actually comes with the,
So this is like the bottom, I take it. Is this like the bottom?
this is the bottom.
Yeah, that's,
Sure. Thank you.
Well, I'm
So,
sorry.
no, this is okay, because in this, box, the kit with the ravioli maker, a little, if you don't have a rolling pin, a little one comes with it.
so actually that's easy.
Yeah.
Oh, and I
Either
see it's
way,
cutting it.
It's cutting, thank you.
And it's also sealing. Isn't that a great little
It cut it
thing?
and
Trust
sealing.
me, it's
Wow.
fabulous.
I'm impressed.
So you really wanna get down
Yeah.
deep, make sure it's cut all
Look
around.
at that. Huh.
Okay. Okay, so now we're just gonna pop them out. Can you imagine?
No, I can't. Oh,
I think
Aren't they lovely?
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so let's get this over here.
Well, they don't,
Aren't they beautiful?
oh, they're so perfect.
Yeah, just have a little semolina on
Okay,
that.
so that's so they don't stick.
Right.
Do you cook a lot of pasta at home?
You know, I used to all the time, and now we're all on, what do you call them, diets?
Pasta's in it.
Carbohydrates.
Yeah.
But I will say that in Italy, they eat a lot of pasta, and I don't ever, you know, I think that it's just a matter of the portion size and exercising
Yes, I
more.
think so.
I love fresh pasta, and I will always make it for our family. So here we have raviolis.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
So what I would do, if we're gonna serve this tonight, I would cook this right now.
Mhm.
And so that's kind of what the family does anyway, and when you're in Italy or you're working with, you know, the generation behind us had done that. They make it right before dinner, pop it in, and have it for supper. But, so then what I do is I'll put it in the freezer. And so
These?
flash freeze this, and then put them in a freezer bags, and then you'll have them whenever you want them. So would you mind doing that for me?
Right
Then
in
we'll
the
go right to
freezer?
the tortellinis
Yeah.
and the cappellettis. Alright, so that's a great little device here.
Yeah, I'm impressed. You're making it easy.
Alright, so now we're gonna go on to our tortellinis and cappellettis. So let's start with the cappelletti. So we need your pasta sheet. This is 2.5-inch cookie cutter. So what you're just gonna go around and make your cuts.
How do you fill it with the same thing?
Yeah, fill it with the same thing. That's, again, what's fun about your basic pasta and your basic regatta filling is you can do, yeah. All right, so what we'll do is we'll leave it like that. And we'll take this, and we're gonna put stuffing in just about 1/2 teaspoon, because again, this is a little smaller than the ravioli. So 1/2 teaspoon each of the regatta stuffing.
Now, Lorraine, when
Mhm.
you cook your pasta, is it depending on what type of pasta you made for the length of cooking time that you could suggest?
Right, well, actually, yes, and it depends on the notch and the thickness of your dough. Like, this actually is the ravioli dough, which I forgot to mention. This is because it was on notch number 5, it's a little thicker. So for the cappellettis, I should have gone one more notch to 6, and then that's a little thinner. So when you put it in the water to boil, it's dependent on the thickness of the pasta. And so usually it's 2 to 4 minutes on raviolis, and the cappellettis, it could be like 1 to 2 minutes. But it's, as soon as you see it rise from the bottom and you're like ready to take them out, by the time you get your strainer, that will be your 2-minute mark. You know, you're walking over to get your strainer.
But this, I mean, just for our audience.
Sure.
I mean, if they didn't do it, you could still use the ravioli dough to make your cake.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, because I'm doing that now, and we'll see, you know, how it works out, but I think it'll be fine. This is really what I'm doing here is taking the circle, and then we're just gonna wet the outside.
This is like a tart almost, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and roll it over. So cappelletti are small caps, so it's a half moon shape, and you take it, you kiss, it's basically
Oh.
kissing the edge.
That's
And
what
so
I see.
here's your little cap.
Mhm.
Some people call it a little baby's belly button.
Uh-huh.
And I've heard them sometimes a bishop cap or something.
Okay. So here we go. Would you like to try?
Go ahead.
You go ahead, I'll wash my hands, and you go ahead, and then I'll try.
Oh, I have to cleanse.
Here,
too.
I'll just,
You keep watering there.
yeah, I'm gonna wet the edges.
The last time I tried to do anything like this was it crab rangoon? Oh dear.
Yes,
I was a
fun.
disaster at it.
This is great. It's coming along.
Now, Lorraine, should we lower the water? It's coming to
Sure.
full boil.
Sure.
So then you just cover this with your sauce when it's done?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Jane, you go ahead.
Okay.
So, yeah, so it's just, so we
we take
take one.
All right, I'll
There
take
you go.
one. Oh, it is, and
Half
this is
moon.
thin.
Yep. Yeah. And then have it kiss.
The top of the half moon?
Yes.
All right, I'm behind you guys. All
There,
right,
isn't that
I'm
beautiful?
here. Now I'm here, now what do I
That's
do?
beautiful. Okay, so then the corners will kiss. Bring it down.
Like this?
Actually,
See, I told you.
Here's your half moon.
Here's my half moon.
Okay, so the two corners are gonna
Yeah, just
kiss.
come up.
Oh, like
There you
this.
go.
Either way, yeah.
There you go.
Have them come up. Yeah, that's beautiful, that's a cap. Capiletti, and then you're pressing the end. Here, try one more.
I
Yeah,
need to
you have
work,
it.
I
Yeah,
need
you
to
have
work on these.
You have it,
I
it's
have
great.
it. Here,
This is
Jean,
so,
we'll help her
this
out.
is so much fun. And usually, kids love to get involved with
Oh,
dough.
yeah.
So here we are.
Now, can your kids cook Italian?
My son loves to make pasta.
Does he?
Yeah, he makes fresh pasta, and he'll also make gnocchis.
Looks like someone.
Oh,
Fun.
he does.
And there's one more left. So the last
Really?
part is the tortellini, which
Mhm.
we're gonna do pretty much freeform
All right.
on that.
Tortellinis.
So, yeah. I'll show you
I've
how that
seen them.
works.
Are you doing them through the,
Yes,
this?
we're gonna do it through this.
And are they a thicker pasta?
This
You
is
run 'em
thinner.
through-
This
it's
will go
even
to
thinner.
the notch number 6.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you think?
I think they're cute. Getting those little things to stick together. Now, when did KitchenAid come out with this?
I don't know, but I started using this in 2004.
Oh, so it's been around a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's just incredible.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
It really cuts a lot of time out.
So when you went over to Italy, how many classes, how many days of class?
We had 7 days.
Yeah.
We get up at 6 or 7. We'd have our cappuccino or espresso at the restaurant at 8. And then we'd start, he'd have us divided into teams. The chef would divide us into teams.
How many people total?
Maybe 20.
Yeah.
And, so we would do, pork, pasta. They use a lot of rosemary, chicken, olive oil.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
It was really good. And then, the Prosecco would come out at like 11 o'clock.
Oh, boy. Could you cook that?
It was the eating time then. Yeah, so then we'd have, whatever we were cooking, we'd have all the courses, because we had teams and we had courses. We'd eat from 12 to 2, and then we'd have the
Little
culture
siesta.
experience.
Oh, my goodness.
And we'd go off to, a vineyard or
Oh,
olive, groves, and,
Ah,
yeah, so that was really fun.
Now, in their kitchens,
Mm-hmm.
do they use a lot of the electronic devices now, or was everything by?
No, everything was by hand. I actually
It was.
hand rolled the dough
Yeah.
as well. So with, what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna get involved in making the tortellinis. And so I have, everyone has a pizza cutter, easy. You wanna start off, so you have an even square. So it's, we can just make this, let's just cut it in half. That's easy enough. And,
what size are
I'm
tortellinis?
just trying to think about this. Tortellinis are larger than cappellettis, but not as large as raviolis. So, of course, we'll do the best we can here. Again, it's just a matter of taking your ricotta stuffing that we've used for everything and just put about a half a teaspoon on each.
Excuse me, Lorraine, I just want to move this on. to
Yes,
the side.
absolutely.
Thank you.
And, what's fun about the extra pasta that you see here off to the side, you could use that in soups.
Oh,
You can cut that up, yeah. It's really
Any shape you
any
want.
shape you want. And if I was more adept, I'd be showing you, you're working a little faster so it doesn't dry out.
No, this is great.
And,
Now, I like tortellini,
mhm.
but I love it in soup,
Mm.
in chicken soup.
I do love it in chicken soup as well.
And I like sometimes my pasta with no spaghetti sauce.
Oh, really?
My father used to want to know, is he really Italian?
So we're gonna wet the corners again, the squares. Let me just show you the first one.
Okay, so you're
Yeah, we're gonna go triangle, so point to point, and then press down. And so we have a triangle now instead of a half moon. And so with this is a little trickier. The idea is you either put it around your thumb and press it, or one of your fingers, like your index finger, and then press it.
So you're leaving
So
it
you're leaving
open like
it
a
open.
donut hole.
Yes, yes.
Cool.
So it's a little different, doesn't look as nice. Let's keep trying. I'm gonna move this
Oh,
out of the
yeah,
way.
I've seen.
You're seeing.
Yeah, it's a little different shape. Let's try it again. So, water around the edge.
So it's a triangle.
Triangle.
Put it around your finger.
Yeah, triangle, press it down. It's pretty labor intensive.
I would think so.
And, yeah, so you put it around your finger and you have a little hole left. And then, do you see the triangle shape?
Is that good? You want the triangle
want the
shape?
triangle.
You want the
Like a
triangle shape,
hole.
that's the tortellini. The
Okay.
difference between your tortellini and your cappellettis.
Well, that's great.
So, would you like to try one?
Sure, and while we're doing it,
Okay.
why don't you tell us about your sauce?
Oh, yes, the sauce. Okay, simple marinara. I just use the kitchen ready. So we,
This looks good.
yeah,
Right here.
so where are we with that? We use a tablespoon of olive oil, and then I saute some onions, chopped onions, garlic, and throw a little wine in it. And then I'll usually have 1 or 2 of the kitchen ready cans, and then put that in. I already made the meatballs ahead of time. And so we can show, the audience a little bit of what it's gonna look like at the end. Okay, so here we go again. We have a triangle. And take the index finger, wrap it around.
Well, you are right, Maureen, this is.
It's very labor intensive.
Right. Do you
And-
make tortellinis much?
No.
I gotta see why.
So I like the cappellettis.
Yeah, well, that's much.
It's much
That's
easier.
very nice.
But yeah, so put in a
Okay.
little, okay, so here we go.
Yeah, let's see what you've got here.
Okay, so, we have rolling, boiling water, and that's on high, and it's boiling, which is good. And, we have our frozen ravioli.
Okay.
You're gonna do the frozen, not these?
We can do them all.
Oh,
You wanna try them all?
I think we're gonna run out of time.
Okay, so what should we do?
I would put them all in.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, you
Yeah.
mean you're gonna do them all at once?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
you were,
yeah,
I
same
thought we,
pot.
Same
I thought
pot,
we had
let's
to
see,
wait.
let's see what it looks like. Okay, we'll do.
Oh, I'm learning something
absolutely.
today.
Absolutely.
Okay, so,
They're just different shapes.
Yeah.
but do they take the same time to cook?
Raviolis are probably gonna take a little longer.
So then you fish these out? The
Yeah.
capellettis?
Yeah, the cappellettis will take
You-
those
You'll
out.
have to fish out.
Yeah, these are
Okay.
gonna be great.
All right. So do you wanna say goodbye to everybody, Jan?
Well, I certainly will. Thank you for sharing. And again, Camille, myself, and Lorraine from the kitchen table.
Have a good night.